I'm Emilio from Bambi Baby, and I've been reviewing baby gear for over 30 years, and I'm here to help guide you down your shopping journey. If you'd like to see any of these products, click any of the links down below. These are the same strollers, right? Here it is with a travel system, here it is with a stroller seat. I can fold it with the stroller seat in it by just doing that, right? It's folded, and now I gotta pick it up. When I have the car seat adapter, this comes out, connects to my car. I like to fold this towards me, so then I just change the way I fold it. I step back. Same stroller, same fold. Exactly. Because here, I don't have to go to the floor to get it. I just go like this, right?
Yeah.
So that's a loaded question. And now watch. With the Mixx Next, you don't need a bassinet because this is a lay flat seat. Because this lays flat, my newborn can go here day one and go for long walks wherever I want. I don't need a bassinet. But if you want a bassinet, I could put the Mixx Next bassinet on here, but on the Mixx, the bassinet is a luxury, not a necessity, because this is a lay flat seat. So I'm going to make this even easier. If the lay flat seat convinces you, there's only 2 strollers in the whole store that have lay flat seats. It's the Mixx and the Reef from Silver Cross. If this feature of lay flat is high on your priority list, or you make it high on your priority, there's only 2 strollers to choose from.
Right. How do the brands compare?
Mercedes and BMW. So we only sell Mercedes, BMW, Lexus, Range Rover, Tesla, right? That's all we sell.
Yeah.
We only sell premium. So we don't sell headaches, I told you before. We don't sell the Kikos, the Eamflows, the Greycos, we don't sell that. We don't sell headaches. Those strollers, the wheels will break, they start squeaking, a lot of things will happen. Maybe you get lucky, maybe you don't. But those strollers, you'll spiral and you'll pick up a stroller every time you go to Target and you pick up another stroller. The baby spit it up, the stain doesn't come off. The baby's sweating because the fabrics are not breathable. There's so many other things than that. What I tell everyone is, swallow the $1,000 pill. Your stroller is going to be $1,000. This is what it's going to be, whether it's $1,200, whether it's $800, whether it's $550 and $400 for the car seat, it's $1,000. If you take the cost out and you're literally just pushing for features, you're going to be happier in the end result. Because yes, I can push this. Yes, I can fold it. Yes, I can pick it up. Yes, it's Green Guard Gold certified. Yes, it has better fabrics. It's breathable. This has a vented back. So I take off the seat cover. This has a mesh back to allow airflow in the summer. So there's a lot of things that go into the equation of thinking about this. The last thing I want you thinking about is price.
Does this have a feature when you put in the car you can rotate the seat?
So swivel in infant is not important. Swivel in convertible is. Now the next question is, what's an infant and what's a convertible, right? So infant car seat, 0 to age 1. Convertible car seat, 1 to age 4. Convertible car seats do not connect to strollers. Convertible car seats stay in the car. I don't have to yell anymore. So, big is relative because depending on where I live and how I'm going to use it, that's whether or not I need a bassinet or not. If you're in and out of the car on a regular basis, then bassinet's not the answer. The Mixx is, because the Mixx lays flat. Right? If I go to a different stroller that does not lay flat, then I can't use the stroller seat, then I must use the bassinet. Hence, some brands give you bassinet all the time because their stroller seat might not be capable. So the only 2 stroller seats that I have currently that are lay flat with no need for bassinet is going to be my Nuna Mixx and my Silver Cross Reef, which is right behind you, the beige one. So those are the only 2 that are newborn capable, lay flat, travel system capable right out of the box. Triv as my primary. Perfect, they're both quick, simple, fast folds, right? That solves the solution.
Right.
Yes.
Like, yes, I agree. She agreed with you.
Yes.
And this faces forward and it faces back,
Yeah.
which is nice. We're still facing forward.
Yeah.
But I will say I live in like, not a woodsy area, but I feel like sometimes the wheels, I'm like, I wish it was a better stroll, but I bought like,
Hence,
don't tell me.
exactly what I just said.
I bought a really cheap like Amazon Prime.
Like jogger?
off-roading,
Yeah.
jogger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, when I really feel like going in the woods, I'll use that. But like, right? Do they do
Yeah, the wood.
So now
We take this.
that solves your problem for her,
This one?
the mix.
Mix.
That has, yeah.
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 So here's,
We locked it up. We locked it up.
yep. So here I have really soft suspension that can handle the rougher stuff easier.
Yeah.
So that's what it's designed to do. Sure, is it small, lightweight, and compact like that? The answer is no. But if we end up with small, lightweight, and compact, which she also has, that's your answer. So you buy it as a travel system, I can put it over there. Because the mix with the car seat is right here. Yep. You can buy it, so you can buy it with the Urban.
Right, because the Urban, it comes with 3 different ones. So I got it with this one so that I could have this. And this lays back.
Yeah.
And then I got the travel for travel so I could put my car seat into it and travel with that.
Correct. So you could do, on her suggestion, Urban car seat, mixed stroller, travel stroller. The difference with the Urban, we haven't even gotten to, Urban is baseless.
Yeah, that's the best.
So Urban is,
I think I read.
so Urban is baseless. Urban doesn't use a base.
Wow.
So right now, the way this is configured, this is an Urban.
We've been doing it for a year.
So,
I was like, wow.
so this comes out of here and connects to your car. Connects to grandma's car, connects to dad's car, connects to any car.
Which I like. Car dealers, so like we switch cars all
yeah.
the time. So I was like, I don't want to have to deal with the
So-
base because like then it's always gonna be like, who has the base?
Right.
But now
That's
it's like,
A car seat requires a base. It's easier to connect it to the base all the time if you're not switching cars.
right.
But now you hand off the baby to grandma, you go here, grandma can use it in her car. She also doesn't need to take off a base in the car.
Yeah, I do like it.
So that makes your strolling even easier to choose because all you need is to choose a stroller for your Urban. So now you're staying in the Nuna world and you're done. So in my opinion would be an Urban mix, buy it like that and then pick up a travel for compact. So it's $1,200 Urban mix, travels $550 or $450, whichever one you choose, and you're done.
And then
Literally
you
done
protect it back.
for the first year, and then when you come back and you make the next transition. And I'm a big fan of saying wait for the circumstance and then come back and buy it.
Right.
But if you're going to put something on the registry to check something off, then just put the Rava because that'll handle if I have a big kid or a small kid, it doesn't matter.
What new version of this come out?
You're not
what
supposed to
time
know
of
that.
year? But do you know?
I do.
Is it like the beginning or the end of the year?
It's next year.
It's next year. So like I my Urban for 25 pounds, right?
Yeah, but she's inches more worrying than weight. Yeah.
Her percentile isn't so tall.
Yeah.
But
So
she also has short hair, so.
yeah. So inches are going to worry me more than weight.
What is the inches in the Urban?
I think it's 28.
28.
It's 28 and 30. I think so.
Oh man, I think she is 28.
Yeah. Which is
So like I need to get this now. I can't wait for next year's version. Will it have a lot of changes?
I just know that.
there's a new rev coming.
Is this the revs?
So there's a rev and there's a newer rev. Now they're shooting for January, but the double travel was supposed to be here in July, and it just showed up, right?
That's only a month late.
I read
Urban is 28.
Grandparent.
It's either 28 or 30, I don't remember exactly, but you're there. You're there regardless.
So I like can't wait until this version. I can wait.
It's this January.
Okay, how much is this one?
$650, less 10%.
That's
Super nice.
Yeah. So this goes like this.
Luck everybody.
Yeah, that's nice.
Like it's,
Super.
yeah, you can't beat that.
That's easy.
And then it's His, hers, right? So you keep one in your car, you keep one in your car, whoever goes, that's fine. Put one in grandma's car, no problem.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is grandma stroller 101, right? This is the one that grandma
I like
needs.
the basis.
The basis is huge, especially because we have two different vehicles. So
The basis is designed not to use in that fashion. That's a different circumstance. They own a car dealership. She switches cars every week. Okay, that's a different story. You don't want to take out the base. But where's the base? I left the base in the other car. Like too many things, right? But with an urban, it's designed for an urban family. Manhattan, New York City. I use taxi and Uber all the time. Now I slap it into an urban environment. If you have two cars, $200 just puts the other base. This is much easier to use every day on a regular basis. This is simple. You know, a lot of times I tell suburban parents, it's $200 for the extra one. So the cost is the same. So an urban baseless, if I take out the stroller price with a mix, it's $400. A Pippa RX, I take out the stroller, is $400. The Pippa RX comes with a base. The urban doesn't need a base. So it's not cost. The only additional cost is additional bases. If it's only one additional base, pick up an extra base, put it on your registry, and order pizza, don't go out to dinner, there's the $200, right? So it's not necessarily, now, if grandma comes in the mix, and aunt comes in the mix, and the baby's being handed off, once we drop off at daycare, somebody picks up, and we're doing this, I'm running late, who's gonna pick up the baby, all of that comes into play, then urban is the answer. Then urban is the answer. But I wouldn't necessarily buy urban because, oh wow, I save on bases. I would buy urban because it fits my lifestyle.
I think I would get the.
And that's really important to figure out.
We gotta buy me one.
Love strollers.
Yeah, that's it. So single is the way to go. Now what happens when you go with a single stroller? Here's my single. When I go with a single stroller, I call this an SUV, right? It gives me a lot of carrying capacity, big wheels, soft suspension, reversible seat. This is an SUV. When it carries two kids, I call that a minivan, right? The beauty is every brand makes an SUV and makes a minivan. And then they all make the little sports car, and the sports car is quick and nimble that it can move around. The reason why I like to break it down in those three different variables is if you're gonna go buy a car, you need to make a decision what kind of car you want before you get there. You're not gonna buy a minivan if it's only two of you, you'd probably look at an SUV. And you're not gonna buy a sports car because now we have a third, that's not gonna really work. So that's how to really break this down. The reason I break it down that way is Nuna makes an SUV, Upper Baby makes an SUV, Cybex makes an SUV, Silver Cross makes an SUV. So now I'm comparing 4 to 5 strollers, and that's it. But I'm not going to compare this against that and then go compare it to something else because I'm going to spin you, and you're not going to be able to make heads or tails. So the idea is to come in and kind of clear up where my mindset is. How can I fix this? And I think SUV is the right way to go.
And do you have like, do all of these fold up like fairly small or like that's different?
Yes. So relatively small, yes. In suburbia, I say compact is not that important. Its simplicity is what's important, right? So here it is with the car seat on it. If I take the car seat off, I just press the button. That's pretty simple, and I connect it to the base in the car. To fold my stroller, all I have to do is put the brake, use number 2 or quotes, pull them here, step back. Pretty simple, right? So the compactness of something like this is compact enough to be quick and simple. Now, is this compact enough to be on a plane and travel? The answer is no, because that's where the sports car comes in. So then I can pick up a sports car to travel with. But this is super simple to open and close on a regular basis, pop my car seat off, I go. I could also just fold it by flipping it downward and it folds by itself. Right, so it just really depends on how you're gonna use it and learning how to use it, and don't be afraid to bang it around because these things are designed to be beat up. The beauty of Bambi is we only sell Mercedes, BMW, Lexus, Range Rover, Tesla. right? So we only sell the premium. We don't sell the Hondas or Toyotas, not that there's anything wrong with that, but in stroller world, there's a big separation between inexpensive and premium. Inexpensive, bad bearings, squeaky bearings. You've all heard a stroller down the street with squeaking away, like it's just not good. Well, we don't sell that. This will last forever.
So
Question?
strollers that have a car seat like built into it, like that one, is the car seat as safe as a standalone car seat?
Yeah. So the car seats are usually it's the same car seat, whether they sell it to you as a travel system or not. Travel system is just an easier way to buy one item. So it's $1,200 travel system, but it's also $800 for the stroller and $400 for the car seat. So it's the same $1,200. So it's not like there's a tactical advantage to doing it a different way. But push and feel is very important. So when I'm pushing this one-handed, because I have a cup of coffee or I have water or I'm on the phone or FaceTiming somebody, one-hand push is very important, right? So how easy is it to push? And that's what it all comes down to. We have a test track there that you can push it over and you can feel how the stroller performs and just really...
Up to how many months can this one?
So it's weight, not months. It's weight. So this will go to 32 pounds, 32 inches. But I like to say 1 year. It's not going to go longer than a year. You're not going to have a 30-pound 1-year-old because that toddler that's in that stroller right now is not 30 pounds. So the 30 pounds is a confusing number. If I put a really light car seat, because this is a light car seat, and I put a 12-pound baby in it, and I say, carry it, and that's only 12 pounds. So if I give you 30, there's no way you can carry it. And that's why I don't really like to go by weight. I'm supposed to go by weights and inches. Sure, read your manual, I get it. But the fact is you're going to use your infant car seat right around 12 months. It could be 10 months, it could be 14 months, but that's a real number. And eventually, just slap it on there.
And this is just called travel?
Travel, TRVL.
TRV.
So the way to do this is start a registry.
Yeah.
But so whatever you do, don't use baby list.
Don't use this.
Baby list is a duplicate gift nightmare. I use my registry instead. My registry does the same thing. It's an aggregator. You can put things from different places. You follow me on Instagram, so you can follow my Amazon link that'll take you to my Amazon store. All of that good stuff, you can link it all and tie it all into myregistry.com. And you're early enough where you're not deep enough into baby list.
Oh, yeah, it's not like it's like
Public?
private, it's
Yeah.
not public or anything. We just
Yeah.
wanted to start.
Organizing your thoughts.
Yeah.
And now you can start your My Registry on Bambi. So you find the mix and just add it to your registry. It's that simple.
When would you want to get like one of the more compact sports car ones, as you call it, versus like this?
When do you need it is your first trip. When do you want to get it? Right away. Because if you register, somebody's going to buy it for you.
Yeah.
So create the proper registry that has the right items, and then you're going to get the right gear. High up on top, right here. So squeeze and lift.
Thank you. So for people that travel a lot or planning to travel a lot, would you say that's an effective substitute over this?
So that's a good question, right? So travel a lot, and travel a lot with a baby under 1 are 3 different scenarios, right? Right now, if you travel a lot, you just grab your carry-on, you get on the plane, you get off the plane. With the baby, you bring luggage and you're going to go to the carousel, and exiting quickly is not part of the equation. But now, if you're going to travel a lot to Florida with a baby under the age of 1, I'm going to say take your big stroller. Because the baby's more comfortable for long days in a big stroller.
So this would have to be you check it in.
You check it in a suitcase. They make travel bags for your gear.
Which this still goes.
Because the baby, a young baby, at a new destination, you want them to be as comfortable as possible. If you put them in a little travel stroller, they're always sitting in a car seat, that's probably not the best scenario.
Then when exactly would you recommend compact? City life or something?
Immediately after you no longer use your infant car seat. Once you retire your infant car seat, now your baby goes right into the stroller, and that works. It's also a great way. Dad could use the compact, mom can use the full featured, everybody has a stroller in their car. You know, it's an easy way to say, okay, I have a stroller, I don't need to go anywhere else.
What is the difference? You said you would choose the car seat first and then
Infant car seat. So your infant car seat, I'm gonna bet you're probably gonna want to go as light as possible. And if you're gonna go as light as possible, that's the car seat, which is the Pippa Air RX. Pippa Air weighs 7 pounds.
oh wow.
Pretty light. So once you're in the 7 pound range, now that doesn't make your stroller decision any easier, by the way, because that car seat connects to every stroller in here. Everybody makes an adapter to take that. Whether I put it on a Swiv, whether I put it on a Mixx, whether I put it on a Demi, or a Cybex, or a Silver Cross, that doesn't make it any easier. But that is the car seat that I would probably go with based on, because this just connects on here like that, and off I go.
And this is newborn, so like
Newborn to age 1. So it's 3 car seats for every child. No matter how you skin it, it's 3 car seats for every child. Your infant car seat 0 to 1, your convertible car seat 1 to 4, and a booster car seat 4 and up. Now that could all change by height, weights, and inches. But the easiest way to remember it right now, listening to it for the first time, is 3 car seat, 0 to 1, 1 to 4, 4 and up. It's just easier. How are you guys? Good.
What is, like,
Triv, that's what she brought in.
that's what she brought in, and she did this, and that.
Exactly. And the reason why she went here is because this is a faster fold.
Okay, yeah.
Right, so this is a quick, fast fold, but like when she got into the park, she disliked it
Right.
because the wheels are not good, right? Sounds like she might have had a park nearby.
So like,
It's a big difference.
This to
It's a big
this,
difference.
I guess.
So,
He's different. Yes, I can see that.
but this to this is a huge difference. So where it's not necessarily the wheels, it's the suspension. A stroller like this has very little give. A stroller like this has a lot of give. So with a lot of give, you get a lot smoother ride no matter how rough it gets. With a stiff suspension, you kind of feel everything. So picture you go to the supermarket, you're pushing the shopping cart in the supermarket. Inside the supermarket, it pushes great. You can put as much as you want in there. As soon as you go in the parking lot, it's like, it starts to shake. You're worried your eggs are gonna break, right? So that's the difference. When you don't have suspension, it's a lot stiffer. When you have suspension, it's gonna be a lot softer. Softer means more comfortable, more like a Cadillac, and this is more like a little sports car. How are you? This is the Mixx next. You can push that. This is also a Mixx next, so I have a couple of them. And what I'm going to do is put blinders on and stop looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you continue to look, you're going to continue to question every decision, you're going to spiral. We're not here to guide you into a spiral. We're here to say, take a pick of what we have, find the one that matches you best, and don't look anymore. Because the next person you see and ask, they're going to say, I love my stroller, and you should get this. And then you turn around and it's like, but he told me to get that. Like, why get this? Because there's no comparison. Everybody loves their stroller when you're in premium.
Right.
So when you're in premium, there's no mistake. I'm just trying to get ultra personal with finding the one that fits you best. It doesn't matter to me. They're all $1,000, right? So it's $1,000 here, $1,000. It doesn't matter. It's $1,000.
Yeah.
But find the right $1,000 is what we're trying to achieve. Super easy to fold. So this will come out, connect to the car. To fold this down, always put the brake on. That is a consistent in most strollers. Put the brake, pull the 2 triggers, and step back. To open it, that's only easy because of the way I set it up. If I don't put the brake on and I go to step back, I'm going to be stepping back for a week, right? Because it's just going to keep going. And if I fold it down to the ground, now I got to go down there to go get it. So I'm not a fan of going down there to go get it. So if I put the brake on, it'll stand and then it's easy to pick up. Now he wants to try it. Let's see. Put the brake on. Pull the 2 triggers right there. Step back. There you go. First try. If you want to lock it, bring it back down. If you want to lock it, you can lock it on the side. Now you can pick it up. So you unlock it straight up in the air, it opens up. It's quite simple. But now the brake is on, release the brake, off you go. So if you get there, you put the brake on, you pull the 2 triggers, you step back, it folds easy.
Urban?
Yeah, the urban.
Yeah, you can buy an urban mix. What you can't get is an urban by itself.
Okay.
You can only get an urban with a Nuna stroller.
Right.
So you can buy an urban mix, an urban travel, and make that decision.
Wonderful. I think we're kind of looking at that as travel, that as potential.
Basically, that, this, yeah. That's
So
it.
urban mix and a travel, or urban travel and a mix.
Okay.
But I think they'll.
Perfect.
Because it's going to the lay flat, right?
Questions?
Hi.
Hi.
I think you just answered it. You can
Yeah.
only get the urban car seat with a Nuna stroller. Correct?
Period.
Okay.
But you can get a Pippa. You can get a Pippa car seat and put it on any stroller.
Okay. We live in the city and we don't
Manhattan.
have a car. Yeah.
And you don't have a car.
We don't have a car.
So urban's your answer.
Urban's
Yes.
the answer.
100%.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna, like yes.
That's
the
it,
answer.
right?
So it's either urban and a Doona,
Okay.
and a Doona, your Petite. A Doona to pick up is a lot of work. I love the Doona in Manhattan. The Doona in Manhattan works great. You go down the elevator, you call a cab, you throw it in the cab, you go downtown. So it works awesome. Urban just makes it easier because you're not limited in which stroller to get. You're limited in which stroller to initially purchase, right? So do you? But then I can put my urban on a Bugaboo Butterfly. I can put my urban on something else.
Okay. So that's so we're getting a new. And then I want.
And then I would do the Demi, which is here.
Okay.
So I
The biggest one.
this yeah, and biggest is wrong word, but this is the most versatile, right? So this will become a single stroller, it becomes a double, it comes with the wheel board to put a second child on it, none of which you're going to use in the beginning.
Right.
Right, so you're not using any of that, you're using it as a single. As a single, if I'm not taking a car, this is how I leave the house day one.
Okay.
So I'm going to push it as a regular stroller. I don't need to worry about my car seat.
Right.
The only time the car seat is going to come to the stroller is if we're going to get into a car.
Right. Okay.
The only time.
And we need a bassinet for this one in the beginning?
You might want a bassinet.
Okay.
You don't need a bassinet. And the reason Demi doesn't come with it, but Demi is newborn capable because newborn can sleep here.
Okay.
Where on a competitive stroller, you can't. The seat is not newborn capable.
Okay.
So that's why they force you to get the bassinet.
Okay.
The bassinet in the Demi is a luxury, not a necessity.
Okay.
So sure, I can take this off, put this on, line it up, and there's my bassinet. But you don't need that.
And I'm due in the middle of October, so the bassinet, I don't really need that for the winter. Okay. Next question.
Yep. How'd you hear of us? First question.
My sister-in-law.
Okay. Tell her I said thanks. You follow me on Instagram? Yeah. All right. Perfect.
So we're in an apartment, obviously. I wanted to see the full.
For how long? Is another big question, right? How long is your lease? Am I staying? Am I leaving? Those are all you're staying.
We're staying.
Okay, good. All right, then that's fine.
So we wanted to see how.
So you are getting a
the
car?
Next, yeah, eventually.
Yes. Okay. I'm just saying.
I wanted to see, is this the next one in terms of size?
This is the stroller. If you're staying in Manhattan, don't even question it. I can guide you through the next one. The next one's the Mixx right behind you.
Okay, I think I wanted to see.
So the Mixx is a little more compact, but much smaller basket. The Mixx does not carry 2 children, which is okay. It's 1 child at a time. That I would always preach that. But the ability to put more down there is pretty important in the city.
And then for walks and things like that.
Yeah, no, you
are
can.
The wheels better? I'm assuming the wheels and everything.
No, you can go down with all of them, and really just like you'll feel that this is a lot more substantial of a stroller. Like feel it, push it.
What's the difference between that one?
So the difference is going to be more lifestyle than anything else, right? They live in Manhattan. I think you guys are in the suburbs, right? Yeah. So being in the suburbs, you want the stroller to fold and go in and out of the car really, really simple every single day. Being in Manhattan, they don't own a car, so that's not even important. It's how's my push, how much can I shove in it, because as soon as you start doing groceries, CVS, and everything else with your stroller, you need the space. And that stroller is also great because it has an adjustable height in the handle, so it's easier for you to
That's
push.
the only thing I'm going to ask you about.
Yeah, so it's,
How can we have it so I'm not bent over?
yeah, so nothing in Nuna will ever hunch you over.
Yeah, this is very substantial.
Yes, and now I can bring this down so you'd be more comfortable. I can bring it up so he can be more comfortable. So now push this immediately. Let me put the baby over there.
Yeah, there's a big difference. There's a big difference.
So you can see that that moves simpler,
Yeah.
but now I'm limited with what I can put in the bottom.
Yeah.
So the limitations of what goes in the bottom is a big difference because you're going to bring your diaper bag, your bag, a change of clothes, a picnic blanket, and you're going to go shopping.
Yeah.
And that all has to come with you.
So the main 2 differences between these 2 is storage, pull up.
Storage, and that this one becomes a double. So this one I can put 2 kids on it. So here it is in 2 kids configuration. The seat goes on the bottom, the car seat goes on top.
Can I see the fold on them? Just show me how to do that.
This comes out,
Okay.
you squeeze here, and the car seat comes out.
Okay.
When I go to fold this, put the brake, pull the 2 triggers, and I step back.
That's very simple.
Very simple. Demi, put the brake, pull the 2 triggers, and go down.
So they're kind of the same.
And in Manhattan, you're not folding it. It's going to stay assembled at your front door because it's ready for the next walk.
Right.
Straight up in the air and pick it up.
Wherever into the chair. You can start using the chair. So instead of
Yeah.
just bringing the Bassinet, now I have this full complete shoulder with the chair equal.
The reason I took the seat off is it only folds with the seat facing forward. So when it's facing you, it doesn't fold. You got to take the seat off.
But it could fold with it facing forward.
Facing forward, it could. So if the baby's cute, faces you. If he's not so cute, we face him forward.
Makes sense.
Is it people?
It's parent proof, right here. Squeeze there, squeeze here, and lift. There you go. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
This is the Pippa.
Mixx next.
And then the car seat is.
Pippa Air would be the combination.
Okay.
So a Mixx Pippa Air.
Can we put a bassinet on this as well?
You could. The bassinet is right here. But with the Mixx, the bassinet is an option, not a necessity. Because this lays flat, acting like a bassinet. So that's a big plus because you're going into the winter how much outdoor strolling are you really doing to go with a nice little walk with your bassinet? Not happening. You're not using it, but if you wanted to, because the day looks nice, I could lay the baby there and go to the mall. I can go to grandma's house. I can do those things, but not necessarily are you doing it because I need that bassinet. Because your car is full at that point, because you have a car seat, you have a stroller seat, a bassinet, and a frame. It's too much in the car.
Due in January. I don't think we'll go out.
Exactly. Brake, pull the 2 triggers, step back. Lower, 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 right there. There you go.
Can we put the baby on it?
The car seat?
Yeah, sure.
Here you go. This will come in.
This just fits in. That's very
Yeah, that's it. It's locked. So it releases from the back, and it releases. So you just drop it, and it finds its way in. This is the Demi Next. This is the bigger one. So here it is as a single. It's just more substantial for suburbia. I love this stroller. There's nothing to not like about it because I like playing with baby gear. Like, it's okay. It's just a little bigger to deal with, but it's not terrible to deal with, right? You just press the 2 triggers, it comes out. I can turn it around, I can face it both directions. To fold this down, I can do the thing. Put the brake, pull the 2 triggers, it goes down to the ground. So it's not hard to manage, it's not hard to play with. It's just knowing where to touch and when to touch it.
Is that a lot bigger than this one?
A lot bigger, yeah. And this becomes a double stroller.
Yeah.
So if baby number 2 happens to show up quickly, we can make it a double. Out of the box without needing to go buy anything.
You can't do that with this one?
No. With that one, you got to stay away from that bottle of wine. Because then baby number 2 shows up.
Do you have a Doona that's like a one-hand stroller?
Yeah, I'll travel. So it's right here. And we're going to address that real quick, right? So it sounds like one hand fold is important. The reality is it's not.
Okay.
I'm assuming you live in the suburbs. Where do you live? Yeah, so you're never in a rush to get in and out of the car. And your lift of your stroller, you're never carrying it too far. But this is super simple to do, right? I can pick this up, put it in and out of the car, but now the long walk at the park, this is not going to work so well. The bigger stroller is going to work better. The perfect combination is an SUV and a sports car. This is a sports car. This is the quick little nimble one that you rip around everywhere. This is the day at the park. We're going on a long trip. We're going to go to the field. That's what that works for. The long walks in the neighborhood, great. This doesn't do that great. This goes on the plane great. This travels really well. And the reason I say the perfect thing is an SUV and a sports car is because, oh, the car seat's right here. Because I can just grab my car seat and slide it into my sports car the same way I can put it on the SUV. So it's another great way of saying his and hers, and the car seat can connect to both. So if you're gonna go someplace with a young baby, you take the big stroller all the time. If you're gonna go on a quick errand, you take the little stroller. But lifestyle is a key component to making that decision. The reason I'm gonna be an advocate of saying you need 2 strollers all the time is because everybody's in a gift-giving mood right now. So they're gonna buy you gifts, might as well register for the right gifts. If you don't get this right away, you're gonna come back and buy it because everybody needs a compact stroller as soon as you get on a plane. As soon as you're gonna go travel with a 1-year-old, you're gonna want to connect it. So that's a key component to being able to make that decision. Where am I going? Where am I gonna use it? How often am I strolling? You're having a baby going into the winter. Where are you going? Realistically, except for a doctor's office or maybe go to the mall. So if I'm gonna go to the mall, I take the big stroller. Baby's in the car seat to go to the doctor's office. One thing that's very important to understand is car seat is only 2 hours at a time. The entire trip, the baby could only be in the car seat 2 hours. Over 2 hours, they gotta come out. So now if your stroller doesn't lay flat, Like that, I need a bassinet. So now I need a bassinet, I need a stroller, I need a car seat. So because we're going into the winter, I would try to find a stroller that has a lay flat seat to avoid the need of a bassinet. Now, behind you, there's a couple who lives in Manhattan. Totally different lifestyle. They're going to walk regardless of the circumstance. So the bassinet configuration is very important for winter in New York City.
Now, the different wheels.
Yes. So the easiest way to remember that again is minivan carries 2 kids. SUV only carries 1. Sports car is really nimble. My SUV does not become a double, but my SUV has big wheels, soft suspension, can handle anything I want to go with. So I can go to valet and drop it off at a restaurant with my SUV, or I can take it off road. You're never going to do that with a sports car. Your sports car is quick, nimble, chuck it, throw it. At that point, your baby's like that little toddler right there running around. He hasn't been in a stroller in a long time, but he will conk out and he's going to need a stroller. It's what we use the umbrella stroller for. We use the umbrella for everything. Once we graduated from the full feature. The full feature is a must. And then you figure out what your alternative is. But if I can build an ecosystem that says my car seat can connect to my full feature and my car seat can connect to my compact, now that makes a lot of sense. But I can do that with every single brand. Every brand makes a minivan, an SUV, and a compact. Uppa Baby has the Vista, the Cruise, and the Minu. Bugaboo has the Donkey, the Fox, and the Butterfly. Cybex has the Gazelle, the Balios, and the Lebel. Silver Cross, Wave, Reef, and Jet. So everybody does that. You have to kind of go in and decide, I know I want an SUV. Let me narrow down which SUV. So then we take a test drive. We're either going to Mercedes, BMW, Lexus, Range Rover, or Tesla. There's no mistake, it's which one pairs with you best. That's what we're looking for. You're petite, you're tall, and adjustable height in the handle is going to be very important. I would put that really high in my priority list so you both can push comfortably. Now this happens to be the tallest handle in the store. So I would give this a lot of weight based on the couple I'm looking at, right? Can I compare it to a Reef? Of course. Can I compare it to an Uppa Baby? Yes. If I'm going to use a micro decision to say this is taller by 1 inch, you're going to be more comfortable. And that's literally how we make this decision. There's no other way. But push that. Take it for a ride. Take it over the track over there. He's going to pull out his phone and record you, and you're all going to save this. And you guys good? You good?
Yeah, good.
Okay. Then out. That's you 100%. With an Urban. What you're missing is that Urban is the one, right? So Urban's driving my stroller decision. So an Urban Demi next, done. Questions?
Like, okay, so we're not sure if we're going to need the 2.
You are. The question is when.
Well, we're old, so we were thinking.
No, you don't need 2 kids. Got it. You need 2 strollers, but you don't need 2 kids.
No, I'm thinking 2 kids.
Okay.
Like we may have 2 kids in a stroller.
Okay, so you're going to go back to back. So this is what happens, and I understand what you're going through. This baby's first birthday, you're pregnant again.
Okay.
So 12 months, I'm pregnant. Now I have 2 under 2.
Right.
So now I can find a stroller that carries 2. However, carrying a stroller that carries 2, it's a bigger stroller. It's a heavier stroller to use every day. So because it's designed to carry more, it has to be heavier. At that point, now I kind of change my tune a little bit, and I say, let me find the one that could become a double without needing for you to come back and necessarily buy more. You could. Demi next, right there, is 2.
one?
One on top, one underneath.
That Nuna.
Yes.
That's the biggest one, right? I saw it online.
Yeah, so this is the Demi Mixx is their biggest one. Then he was working right now with a Gazelle. There's Gazelle over there, and then you can see that E-Gazelle is rocking over there by itself. That has a battery in it.
Wait, it rocks by itself?
It's rocking.
I thought it was a little kid playing with it.
No, it's got a battery in it, right? So it's got an auto rock feature or an accelerator and a gas pedal. So you could accelerate and hit the brake. Now, it sounds like that's not necessary, but when that stroller happens to have 60-pound of children in it, now you want it to give me a little juice, because if I have to go through the park, I have to go through the grass.
You don't want to like fly down the hill. So you kind of.
It also slows you down. You have a brake and a gas, just like your car.
The price point is not that significant. It's like only a couple hundred, like 300 more.
Yes.
And it makes all the difference.
Sounds like you're just gonna pick a color.
Yeah, that's.
Questions?
It's a little over.
Yeah, it's okay. And we talk in general.
Bringing it all in.
Yeah, so just absorb, and there'll be something that you say, ooh, yeah, that one really triggered me, right? Lifestyle is number one. Nothing else is important. Where you live, how you're gonna push it, how often do I drive, where do I go? That is number one. The quality of what we have in here is only the best. So you can't make a mistake in here. Do you want a battery? Oh, that's cool. Okay, great. But it's just a what if, that's all. It's not a need.
Right.
What town are you in?
In Middletown.
You're in Middletown, New York?
Yeah.
Okay,
Also in
perfect.
the city.
Half time in the city.
So we're like back and forth.
So I'm gonna say gear both places.
Right.
So your Manhattan stroller, your Suburban stroller, one car seat that can connect to both. Don't travel with strollers. Doesn't make any sense. Right? That's the way I would do it.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's just kind of what it's like.
So when you're in the city, they're in the city as well, you need a big basket to carry a lot of stuff, right? Because that's what happens. Groceries, CVS, everything else, right? So we need to be able to carry that. So the large basket is great. That's why you see so many of a Baby Vista in the city. Demi next, Silver Cross Wave, Cybex, Gazelle. Those four, push, play, pick one.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's it. Right? And that's how you break it down. There's not that, why is there, everybody has an Upper Baby Vista in Manhattan, is because it's probably the number one stroller in that environment. Right? You leave it outside at a restaurant, it gets rained on, it gets snowed on, it gets abused, the stroller performs no matter what. That's why it's so well there, right? So people make competitors, like why is the F-150 pickup truck the number one selling pickup truck in the country? Same thing happens with the Vista. But everybody else makes a pickup truck too.
Right.
So you're literally just comparing the little things.
And does the Vista have the same?
Yes. Adjustable handle, yes.
Obviously.
I speak pregnancy, so I understand what that meant.
The words are hard sometimes.
Yeah, no, and that's important, right? And then how often are you pushing the stroller versus you pushing the stroller? And all of that is part of this equation. But there's no mistakes. In here, there's no mistakes. You're literally here to play, touch, have fun.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. What are you thinking?
I think you're right.
Well, I know I'm right. No, but here's the thing, right? I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
This one's just smaller, it's easier, it's more compact, it kind of fits me. I get that. That's not what you're looking for in your everyday life.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna want the extra space, because or else you're gonna start hanging stuff all over the stroller, taken away from what it looks like, because they're supposed to be nice looking, and then you have things hanging all over. You don't want to do that. You want to have the storage to be able to handle that. Now, if you told me, like I asked earlier, my lease is up in 6 months, we might be moving out of the city, then I'll be a lot more in favor of using something that will fit in the car in and out on a regular basis.
Yeah.
You currently rent or you Uber? Like when you need a car, do you rent a car, you zip a car, you...
Uber, we're gonna have a car.
Okay, got it. And that's the equation, right? Because then what's going to stay in the car? What's going to come in the apartment? Like, do I need to, if you're going to drop her off, you go upstairs, I go park the car, is a lot different than I got to walk 3 blocks to go get the car, or I'm just going to taxi an Uber. All of that is part of this equation.
Well, a car would be right there, so that's...
Okay, then that's fine.
My question is, how does that go into this?
That one doesn't go into this. That's this one. It's 2 different strollers. So this seat is for the Mixx. That seat is for the Demi.
Okay, got it.
So what's missing here, you get a ring adapter for both.
Okay.
The ring adapter only carries the car seat. There you go. Bring it down. Perfect.
These 2 are the same?
Same. And these 2 are the same. And that would be the Bassinet.
Right. This comes in the colors, this color, that
So
color.
Biscotti's brand new. So Biscotti comes with the darker brown handle.
Right.
The Caviar Black comes with the lighter brown handle, like this.
Yeah.
Then it's Hazelwood, Granite Gray, which is that seat, and obviously black. You know what you're having?
Girl.
Okay.
And the big guy is the one that's running so you don't max them up, right? So wheels are important. The bigger the wheel, the push of the product is important. And then right? So the size,
So we haven't spoken compact travel stroller. So a full featured stroller and a travel stroller. My car seat needs to connect to both.
Right.
Since you're going with urban, since you're going with urban, travel might be a good fit.
For the compact.
Because this is urban is baseless, this pops out, connects to every car. So we're going with urban, we can buy urban with a Demi, or we can buy an urban with a travel.
Yeah.
Travel folds like that.
Yeah.
So simple, easy, overhead compartment, put it on a plane, do whatever. Open it up, slide it back in.
Is that handle adjustable?
No. In the whole travel category, nobody makes an adjustable handle. So
that one doesn't go on the plane.
No.
It goes underneath the plane in a bag, in a travel bag. So
That's one you gate check.
yeah, that's the one you gate check. So you take your bag with you and you gate check it. 2 ways of thinking about it, right? The way we get on and off a plane right with no baby is quick, I'm out of here. Boom. Carry on, I'm done. You'd never go to the carousel.
Yeah.
With a baby, you will always go to the carousel.
Yeah.
Because you're bringing so much stuff, the baby's going to have a suitcase full of diapers, formula, and everything else, right? So going to the carousel becomes routine. It's okay to check my stroller as luggage, baby wear through the airport, and get to the destination with my premium stroller.
Yeah.
The better the more comfortable the trip is for the child. So unless I'm going to my place in Florida, so if it's my place that I always go to, then I would just gear Florida and gear New York. I only baby wear through the airport or get a little compact to go through the airport. Because if I'm going to go through the airport, Butterfly wins a lot of that battle, right? Because Butterfly is nice and compact, gives me a 3/4 recline, has an adjustable footrest, so it has calf support so they can lay down, everything's fine, but I could literally...
Wow. It's like magic.
Right. So it's hard to challenge this if I'm traveling.
Right.
But you're not going to travel with a newborn or a young baby that still needs an infant car seat and use this because the baby always has to be in the car seat. So if I'm traveling to the Bahamas and I'm going to go down the elevator to the pool, okay, that's fine. I could put the adapter on here and I could do that. But if I'm going to go to Disneyland, I want to bring the big stroller because that baby's going to be more comfortable. So it just really depends on where are we going, when are we going, and that's how you find a solution. Hello. Yep.
We have the Demi and
Demi Grow or Demi Next? You don't know.
the Demi Grow.
Grow. The first one.
The next just came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, not that one. And he hates it because
It's too far back.
too far back. And
That's why the Demi Next is better.
So I just saw a different Nuna somewhere.
Yeah. So you're looking for a full featured. Where do you live?
Cliffside Park.
Okay. You do a lot more driving or a lot more walking?
What the family doesn't like about things, nobody can fix.
I'm also open to
It's like an X for the system.
Yeah. I'm gonna be this. Let me bring it up there. So this stroller here
No worries.
is the new
Why you guys are
Travel LX. Travel LX gives me a straight up seat.
here better.
No need to adjust, just push.
Oh, you just pushed it?
Just push it. So you pull it, and I stop anywhere.
No.
How did you get it down?
You pull the strap.
Your infant seat is the
Oh, I
infant seat. Your convertible stays in the car.
But to fold it,
Yes.
Those are only Yes.
So is it true that your dad
So they have
to remove
infant
the
seats
seat
that's
to fold it, right?
Nuna's
yours, yes,
Yeah.
not the Demi Next.
We really messed up on
Yep.
Yep.
And we have two convertibles. That's
So this compared to
recommendation
there
is
was just another new
the
two
toddler,
seconds
the
ago.
bigger kid
Yeah, so the
is better.
Triv?
It's more convenient to swivel out of
Triv?
the top.
but Triv is not going to give you that vertical seat. So Triv, he's going to be leaning back.
Oh yeah.
You know, we're
So I'm
gonna
not a fan of Triv,
right? The base is
but you're also not going to be able to face him.
and then you rotate the
This doesn't face you.
This doesn't.
Your convertible
Only faces forward.
Only faces forward.
swivels too.
So
you can take
without going
place them in the chain.
completely into a full featured stroller again,
This is if this
this is the new Swiv.
guys would do this. Push the baby, you take the baby out.
So Swiv
Right? So
swivs, so it's four-wheel steering.
we're gonna go rotation.
So I could, in a tight space, I can just press the button and go wherever I want.
No matter the part.
When I let go of the button, the wheels will line up and lock back up.
And this one can go.
Yeah, both ways. So press two buttons, it'll face this way. And then this folds with the seat in it. Open it up.
So the biggest difference is between this one and that one is that it doesn't face me.
And the price.
Oh, what's the difference?
So this is going to be 900. That's 550. So here, you're retiring your Demi Grow, which was a mistake, and redoing it, right? So are we redoing it for, okay, I got it, I made the mistake, move on? Or do I just want something compact that I could just go with and move forward? I'm thinking compact just makes more sense because you can still use your Demi if you needed to, and then you have something that you could move around quicker. If you want him facing you, you can put him in the Demi, put a pillow in the back, wedge him up, kind of do what you have to do. This is your stroller. Or that one. That's Triv. This is Swiv. Swiv swivels. Four-wheel steering. It goes sideways. So Swiv is pretty cool because it swivs. Triv doesn't swiv, but the fast fold is how you go upstairs, right? Still being full featured, so it'll handle the sidewalks, the cracks, the crevices really well, but it gives me the opportunity to go upstairs. Where that is extremely vital in making this decision. Because I can make this vital because the car seat adapter will go into the stroller. It's actually this one.
And the winter parents were lining up to be.
So I take this out. I bring this in. Now my car seat will connect on here. But now to fold it, so that, again, your equation says this is your stroller.
Okay.
I don't want to be that guy to take you out of everything else, but this is the solution that's going to solve your problem. Now I can put a car seat on it, and now you can push it, take it for a stroll, take it over the test track so you can feel it on the bumps. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Are these the same
This is the same model.
strollers in mind, like the Bugaboo or the Baby?
Yeah.
Like, what
They
are
have two brands.
two brands I meant? Yeah, two
So we're missing 3 in your decision.
Okay.
Right? So the 5 brands that you should be thinking about is Silver Cross, Uppa, Nuna, Bugaboo, Cybex. Those are the brands. The way to think about it is what type of vehicle you're looking to buy. If you want it to be a double, then you're looking at a minivan. If you want your stroller to only be a single, you're looking at an SUV. And if you want it to be light and compact, you're looking at a sports car.
That's what we were just talking about the car originally. I like the Dragonfly.
Right, so it happens to fall into what I call a hybrid. So Dragonfly and Triv fall into a hybrid scenario. They're full featured and compact. They're designed to walk up. Like they're designed to be a walk up. The need for light and compact is not that important if you live in suburbia and you're not walking up with your stroller. That's where the difference comes into play. You know. So elevator Manhattan,
Elevator Hoboken.
Upper Baby Vista.
Everybody has one.
Like
Yeah.
you don't even you don't need to question it. Like that's what you need.
So that's all you needed to know from us?
That's it.
She said that's all she said.
Your lifestyle is abusive to strollers, right?
Upstairs.
We live upstairs.
And so I get it. It's not hard to figure out, right? So you can't make a mistake in here. Now you can tell me, hey, I want to go against the grain because I don't want what everybody else has, and then I'm going to say Demi Next is your stroller. You'll have a hard time picking up a Doona. Your Petite.
Okay, yeah.
Picking it's heaven.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. If I put a little baby in a Doona, you can't pick it up.
Yeah, that's good to know. That's good to appreciate that advice.
No worries.
Yeah. It's not always going to just be Rob.
Right.
That's the question.
Yeah.
Right. If you're going to go together, then I don't care.
So you're saying that that's the
I'm saying this is the car seat you need.
okay. Don't the baby. It's like light.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I can show you the Doona real quick, right? I'm gonna bring this down, fold it up. And again, based on where you live is whether or not I say this is a go or not, right? Where you live, but go to carry that, be careful. Ready?
Yeah. Very happy.
There's no kid in it.
There's no kid in it.
Oh my goodness.
Like I'd never be able to.
Oh, yeah, this is
Especially if
crazy.
you want to carry it into a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot.
Right. So so
Try that one, Rob, right
He's
here.
saying like you already have the base of this.
you know how to put that?
Oh, there you go.
No worries.
We had a question on the bassinet between this and Baby.
So,
With bassinet?
yeah.
Okay. You want a bassinet.
I do want a bassinet
Do you know why?
because so that I can take
When's the baby coming?
October first week.
So November you're inside. December, January, February, March you're inside. You're not strolling outside, it's too cold. So the question is, that's why I asked, do you need a bassinet, right? And that's on purpose. Unless you say, hey, I'm going to go out no matter what the circumstance is, and I'm going to be outdoors no matter what. The baby has to deal with the weather. then I'm okay. Then I want a bassinet because I want the bassinet to protect from the weather, not necessarily from the stroll.
Yeah, but I live in an apartment building, so I'm going to be
Within the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then bassinet could be used 100%.
So, quick question. Upper baby bassinets seem to be more popular.
Upper baby overall is more popular. That's my #1 selling stroller. And Upper Baby Vista comes with a bassinet, hence its popularity. It comes together in one bundle. So you buy the stroller, it comes with the bassinet. With Nuna, the bassinet's always sold separate. So you buy it separately if you want it.
Oh, okay. I've been double-minded about Nuna. I do like the car seat. I read a review that the Nuna bassinets are not stable with the stroller.
Reviews are like belly buttons. We all have one. Right? So it's very important to understand where you live, how you're going to use it. That's priority. Stability in a baby that's 3 or 4 months, that's fine. It's stable. It works. That works. They all work because the baby doesn't do anything. The baby's like this. They're not moving. They're not standing up. They're not jumping. They're swaddled, sitting in a bassinet. How much stability? Where are you going with the bassinet that needs stability? You got it. There you go. Press the top buttons now. Press the button in the middle and extend it. There you go.
So these, the Nuna bassinets, they're compatible with the Mixx and...
Yes. So each of the Nuna strollers has a matching bassinet. So if you want a Demi, you get the Demi bassinet. If you want a Mixx, you get a Mixx bassinet. If you want the Triv, you get the Triv bassinet.
If you decide to get a Nuna, it will come with the cars.
So watch. If you want to go Pippa Urban, you have to buy a Nuna stroller because you cannot buy an Urban separate. So then I can't look it up a baby anymore because you want an Urban.
Yeah, I do want.
So the Urban is the one that is baseless, doesn't use the base.
Yes.
Okay, so then pick a Nuna stroller. You don't have a choice. It's the Mixx or the Demi. So the Demi or the Mixx.
Which one is the one that you said is more maneuverable? Which one is the one you said is more maneuverable of the two?
This is better for Jersey City, elevator, a lot of walking.
The Mixx.
That's like a Vista. This is the Demi. It's like a Vista. Hold on. So the Jet is still a little bigger on one side than the other.
Debating whether we just need this is a travel.
It is a compact, full-featured, but not necessarily a travel.
Okay.
So there's 3 types of strollers: travel, full-featured, and single to double.
Okay.
Minivan, SUV, compact.
Got it.
Right? This is a hybrid. This is caught in the middle. So this is compact and a little bit of full-featured, but because of the fast fold, it falls more into the compact than anything else. The question is, why do I need it to be compact, and when do I need it to be compact?
Okay.
Depending on where you live.
Right.
Depending if you have to take it upstairs, if I have a walk-up, if it's always going to live in the car. All of those things are important. Swiv gives me the opportunity to go like this.
Right.
Right?
It's kind of nice.
Which is kind of nice. In tight spaces like this, it's really nice to maneuver, and then it goes back to normal.
Right.
So that's nice to have, not a need to have. Now, Swiv, car seat comes off. To fold it,
That's really nice, yeah.
hard to challenge that because
Yeah.
it's so simple, right? Now, if simplicity is what I need, then Swiv is your answer, right? Because Swiv still gives me a rubber wheel that is big enough to handle rougher terrain. So I would push it, take it over the track, feel it, and then we can start to understand the differences one to the other.
Oh, okay. Is there a limited amount of car seats that can fit on
Any Pippa
any Pippa?
has to be a Nuna.
A Nuna Pippa. And the Bassinet can go on.
The little Bassinet.
Oh, there's multiple sizes. Okay.
So no, the name of the Bassinet's called the Little.
Oh, okay.
LYTL. So the Little goes on the Swiv.
Okay.
It's like a new language.
Yeah. Is there a different Bassinet for like the full size?
Yes. Each one is particular. That's the Demi next Bassinet. That's the Mixx Bassinet.
Oh.
So depending on the stroller is the Bassinet.
Are there size differences between them?
The baby's going to use it 4 or 5 months no matter what the size is.
That's true.
That's just
Yeah.
that
They don't want to be in a Bassinet.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, so maybe we'll take this for a ride.
Ask
Thank
away.
you.
You had recommended this for them instead of the Doona.
Yes.
So they wanted to be able to wheel like into a restaurant if they needed to. And does this come with something to put on?
Yeah, so she can put it on her Vista.
She can put it on her Vista. That's what she said. She thought
Right.
you
So
said.
you can put that on the Vista.
Right.
Or you can get a compact stroller. Where's travel? Where is travel? Oh, travel's over there. Can I borrow that one?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Come this way, I'll show you.
Yeah.
So travel, come, I'll show you how it works. So,
Lauren, listen to this.
so the question is, if I go with a travel stroller, which the infant car seat can just pop in, the same infant car seat can pop into a Vista. The same infant car seat can pop into every stroller in here. But now, when it's time to say I need something compact, because I'm going to go sit at a restaurant and the baby's going to be next to me, the way I'm going to answer that is, what restaurant are you going to? Am I driving to the restaurant? If I'm going to drive to the restaurant, the baby's going to be in the car seat. But if I'm only going to go to Smashburger to eat a hamburger and leave, the baby could stay here. But if I'm going to go to a restaurant and stay a long period of time, I'm going to take a stroller and have to sit in a car seat. The baby should only be in a car seat 2 hours at a time. The confusion is, no, but I don't want to wake them up. Well, that's fine. You don't want to wake them up for an errand. But the reality is, right around 2 hours, they need a diaper change, they're getting hungry, they got to eat. Nobody wants to be in this position for more than 2 hours. Even though every time you put your baby in the car seat, they fall asleep. They got to be comfortable because they fall asleep. No, you put me on a couch, I fall asleep too, right? So it just really depends why you want to do it, how long am I going to go? But I would go with a lighter car seat connected to my Vista, but where am I going to go eat is whether or not I leave the baby here or not. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So the reason why travel is such a great partner to this equation, because you're going to have a full featured and then you're going to have a compact. I fold my compact like that. So this, I'm done. Like, it's super simple. The conversation with travel is that it's not airline approved. But this one is, which is Butterfly. And I laugh about this all the time. Because this is airline approved, but this one is not.
Sounds like someone paid some money.
Yeah, so here's what I say. When you board a plane with a baby, you board first. Before first class, before everybody else, children under 2 board first. When you board first, the plane is empty. There's nothing in the overhead. So whether this fits or this fits, if they both fit, and it's going to tell you if it fits, it flies. The gate attendant says, "Oh, this doesn't fit in the little thing. You gotta check it." And you say, "Thank you. Give me the tag. Put the tag in your pocket, and put it on board." The flight attendants don't care. This fits. This flies. So that's the way I look at it. Even though Nuna's not paying the certification necessary to put it on a plane, where Bugaboo did.
The car seat fits in that.
So this one I can buy adapters to put the car seat on it as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very good.
How much is this frame?
$450.
When you pack it up, how much is this frame?
Weight, 13 and a half. The whole category when you're in compact is really close to that 13, 14 pounds.
So this is
No
our
worries.
first child.
I couldn't
Yeah,
tell.
You can't tell, right?
I couldn't
We're
tell.
like, "Ah."
Yeah. So everybody comes in with the same mindset. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Everything looks the same. How do I pick? Where do I make the right choice? I have no idea. Perfect. You're not alone.
Good.
Ask any single one here, and everybody came in the same way. And they're still in the same position, right? So exactly. So everybody's in the same position. What I like to do first is identify there's 3 types of strollers. You have minivans, you have SUVs, and you have sports cars. Minivan carries 2 kids.
Okay.
SUV carries 1, and a sports car goes on the plane. If you tell me baby number two is coming at this baby's first birthday, 12 months in, then I say we need to be looking for minivans.
Okay.
Right? If we say we're going to wait 1.5 years and then we're going to try and get pregnant and the kids are going to be 2 years apart, I'm going to say what you need is an SUV. Don't worry about the second child that's not here. When you end up with a minivan, they're bigger, heavier, and bulkier because they're designed to carry multiple kids.
Okay.
An SUV only carries 50 pounds, a minivan carries 100 pounds.
Got it. Okay.
And the reason I focus so much on trying to break that up is because every brand makes a minivan, an SUV, and a sports car.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So if you're going to go car shopping, you need to decide what kind of car you want. If you want a minivan, then I'm going to look at the Silver Cross Wave against the Upper Baby Vista, against the Nuna Demi Next, against the Cybex Gazelle. So it's only 4 strollers. So this whole sea of strollers went down to 4, right? And that's what this is all about.
Okay.
But I can't show you everything. You're only going to spiral out of control and saying, I left more confused than I got here.
Right.
So that's really important. Now, where do I live is the second part of that equation. If I live in an elevator building and I do a lot of walking, then maybe you do want a minivan just to carry a lot of stuff, not necessarily carry a lot of kids.
Got it. Okay.
But if I live in the suburbs and I have to go in and out of my car all the time, and I got to open the stroller every time I go to Starbucks, Target, CVS, I want something smaller, more compact that fits in the back of my car.
So that's what we're really looking for, and an SUV.
Right. So Nuna makes 1 SUV.
Oh.
Upper Baby makes 1 SUV. Silver Cross makes 1 SUV. Cybex makes 2 of them.
Okay.
So we're down to 5 strollers.
Okay.
Very, very quickly. As soon as I put a car seat on a stroller, not like this, they go like that. As soon as I put a car seat on the stroller, that's called the travel system. I could put a car seat on every stroller. So I can build a travel system. You don't necessarily need to buy a travel system.
Okay.
So you don't have to buy it. It's not finance. It's not money. You're trying to find the best one that suits your life.
Right.
Now, what you're looking for in SUVs is, do I want a big tire, a soft suspension, an easy push, one-hand push, adjustable height, lay flat seat? When did you do that? February?
In March 3rd.
Okay, so a springtime baby, bassinet is important. A November baby, bassinet's not important because you're not walking anywhere. But in the spring, you are.
Right.
So even though this has a lay flat seat and I can put a newborn in it, I probably want the bassinet to go for a walk around the neighborhood with a March baby. But take it, push it, feel it first, and then this will start to make sense.
Which model is this one?
Demi Next.
Demi Next. How do we fold it?
Take the baby out. Here.
Oh, you have to take that out.
You don't. It has to be facing forward.
Oh. Okay.
Once it's facing forward, then I can fold it here.
Here or?
Yeah. Or you take the seat off. You don't have to fold it with the seat in it. You can just take the seat off, pull,
Oh, so this is lighter than the Vista 2 version?
Yes.
Okay. So can it also be adapted to babies?
Yes.
Which one is urban? Pipa urban?
That one.
This one is urban?
Yep. Because urban is baseless.
Oh, okay.
So you can do an urban Travel LX system.
How do you make this fold so you're gonna put it in the car?
Oh, everything at a tilt.
Everything is 2. That's a standard. It's a must.
Yeah.
Double locking mechanism in all strollers.
Is there a piece that
Hoboken.
no?
Well, we were just thinking as like an extra if we got the car seat, like we had a car if we were visiting something.
Is that the dragon?
No, this is the travel. So get a Vista,
Yeah.
get a Ring,
Yeah.
get a Pippa Air, and get a Travel LX.
Right.
Perfect bundle for your current lifestyle.
They're still thinking about the Doona. They still.
Which is fine. You'll just be back for this in a really short period of time, but
That's what I just.
that's okay. That's fine.
No, it's okay.
But Doona's become an accessory. So I'm a husband and a father of 2 daughters. I don't know why we have so many Louis Vuitton bags. They carry all the same crap the other bags do.
Yes.
But we have Louis Vuittons,
It's
right?
status.
So Doona is an accessory.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it if you went to Florida twice in 6 months. Okay, it's great because I'm going to zip through the airport. That's fine. Nobody's judging. I'm good. I'm not necessarily a fan of using it as my primary car seat in a suburban environment. Because if you have to drive to Whole Foods, you know, like, is my baby's in a Doona the whole time? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
That was a good.
Okay, so this is called the Nuna Air, right?
Pippa
Pippa.
Air. Yes, so this is the same one, right? Yes. And the Pippa Air would be what I would put on the Bugaboo anyway.
Oh, so you can do that. Okay.
Yes.
What's the Nuna TRV?
TRVL.
Nuna TRV and Pippa. Best purchase she's ever made.
Right, so, which is, did you just hear that? No, I just said that, right? Yeah.
Two of my friends, so one of my friends.
So this is,
The other one says that the best purchase they made was the Nuna TRV and Pippa.
yeah, so that's your Pippa Air, and this is, yeah, well, I don't know if I would trust that. No. So Pippa Air, 100%, it's the car seat we have. 10 pounds, but the Pippa Air connects to everything. Once you are having not to use your full featured stroller, they would be looking at an Upper Baby. You're looking currently at the Fox. This is the secondary stroller, which is the TRVL. And the reason is travel folds like that.
That's what she likes it for.
Right. So super simple, but the advantage with TRVL is that I can grab the car seat, hand me that, and just connect it to a travel really simple.
Wow.
So my full featured, my sports car, my car seat that connects to both. The perfect household has an SUV and has a sports car. That, you got to think about it that way, right? I have my sports car and I have my utilitarian. You know, you're not going to take the sports car out in the snow. You'll take out the SUV. It's a nice day. Drop the top. Let's go for a ride, right? You could do that. Okay. 2 cars or 1 car? Yeah, 2 cars. So it could be his and hers. So mom has one in her car, dad has one in his. The car seat can connect to both.
That's what we gotta do.
That's
And of course he connects to this stroller too?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can mix and match.
Yes.
Okay.
You follow me on Instagram?
No, I don't, but I will now.
I think you should.
Okay.
I teach there multiple times a day.
Okay.
9 a.m., 6 p.m., 3 p.m. Bambi Baby store.
Oh, it's okay. You are the Bambi Baby.
I am the Bambi Baby guy.
So this is the. You said this is the.
So now let's right. So that's an SUV, the Bugaboo Fox, which is the premium SUV. Kangaroo just came out, by the way, yesterday. Kangaroo.
It's our first kid. We don't have.
No worries, no worries. Fox has an older brother called Kangaroo now. Kangaroo is like a Vista that becomes a double. So it's a single stroller that becomes a double.
Oh, you put another thing on this?
You put another thing on, it becomes 2 seats. So that's the minivan. This is the SUV.
So when you say that, I think you were saying earlier, like you wouldn't use this as like a dedicated all day. If we're going to Disney World, we need a stroller all day.
You need a stroller all day. You use that.
This is, you're running to Whole Foods, you need to hop out of the car and you just drop it into the
Whole Foods, Starbucks, Target, CVS.
This is convenience.
This is convenience.
Okay.
That's comfort. This is events. This is errands.
Yeah.
Right. So an event could be a couple hours at the mall is an event.
Yeah.
An event in Hoboken is every day is an event, right? Because they're in an urban environment. You know, errands is let me go pick up my coffee.
Okay.
Let me go get a gallon of milk. Okay, no problem.
Okay.
So not to complicate this further, but what's this one as opposed to that?
So this would be a competitor to that.
Okay, so I don't need both of these.
No, no, no.
Okay.
You need a full featured,
Okay.
which is your SUV, and you need a compact, which is your sports car.
Sports car SUV.
Right. But now every brand in here makes a sports car and an SUV. You literally just took that one for a ride. I'm going to say, take this one for a
He
ride.
thinks this one feels, would you call it chintzy?
Yeah, so now watch. Which is why I was going to say, you know, I can tell the difference.
Okay.
And most likely you're going to feel a difference. But what's important, what's not, it's 2 different things, right? So now take this and do the same thing.
Was this the one that you compared to on the airplane? To
Yes.
the butterfly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, travel.
How much is this? Because as grandparents, we need to buy a new stroller.
We accept grandparents'
You
credit
do?
cards.
Well, they're usually probably the
Yeah,
ones that you take
yeah,
the most.
yeah.
So this is going to be grandchild number 6. So
6.
yeah, and I just found out that I don't have a stroller any longer that I love, but I would love to buy this
You
maybe
get
for
yourself a
myself.
travel, yeah.
So how much is that?
$550.
$550. Okay. So and if I had a car seat that I needed to
Now, is grandma possibly babysitting?
well, not yet.
Not really. So
not right now.
what town are you guys in?
They're in Westchester.
Yeah.
So Westchester. So Hoboken to Westchester is a hike,
Yes.
right? So that's a lift. So I would have a stroller for the purpose of having a stroller. Maybe it wouldn't be necessarily
Well, I have
this
a
stroller.
3-month-old also.
Okay, then-
Granddaughter.
then
that
yes.
lives right near me. Yeah.
Oh, then yes.
Yeah.
Because your 3-month
Right.
can go directly in travel where Alexa's and lays flat.
That's what I was
Yes.
thinking.
Okay.
And then this can sit up and wrap around.
So the baby can go like directly in this.
Yeah, so that I can wrap this up like this and make like a little bassinet.
Oh, wow. Look at
So
that.
if we
So-
travel, we might not even need to bring the car seat.
You're gonna, because how'd you get
The
there?
car, yeah. I was just thinking like how
Yeah.
to bring all.
She doesn't really drive that much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's never thinking
Hoboken, I
about-
get it.
She's thinking about car, not
Yeah.
cars.
I'm like thinking about convenience.
Yeah, we we have a $500 card. Yeah, I understand how that works.
You know that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the car seat because that's going to be.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
just like pin them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When you take the baby on a plane, you put it.
It is.
Gotta be in the car seat.
I don't. This is my first time.
You gotta have
Yeah.
both. That
Yeah.
just happens to both.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Good?
So, but I think you
Ask
should
away.
get this. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you again for all your help.
Oh, no worries. 2 ways of looking at it. Love it or you hate it. Right? If we love the way it looks, and I love everything about it, it's a wonderful piece of equipment that has a shelf life of, call it, 1.5 years. Because once it's a stroller, it's a 2-piece stroller all the time. Like, gotta take off the seat, gotta take off the frame. As a travel system, in the beginning, it works great. Because of the swivel seat, because of its attachment to the stroller, it's great. But your baby's always in the car seat. That's the negative. The baby's always in the car seat.
Oh, I see.
Right, so everything errand. Everything has to be an hour. And then I'm done.
Okay, that makes the difference.
That's the difference.
Thank you.
So it's great for an urban family
Yes.
that goes out, comes back. A nap. We're gonna go out, come back. Baby takes a nap. You know, for suburban families that were out and probably out half the day, probably not.
Thank you so much.
How are you?
Question about FedEx?
Yeah, let's do it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell to be notified anytime I post a video like this. Feel free to call 877-882-2624 or email us at cs@bambibaby.com. To stay in the know, follow us on all of our other social media channels like Instagram and TikTok for daily content. If you're in New York or New Jersey, visit any one of our 4 locations. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more video content.